All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. There's going to be probably a few more people trickling in as time goes on, but make sure you have your chat box open for today, as well as the Q&A box. That way, if you have any questions along the way, you can just go ahead and ask me. Going to do a little bit of interactive today so that kind of get your guys' attention so I don't bore you too much. But today we're going to be talking about real estate, how to be able to dominate the real estate market and be able to kind of get your foot in the door with that. Now, again, keep your chat boxes open. I'm going to be asking you questions, so stay alert. And again, questions, you can put it either in the Q&A or the chat box. Either would be just fine. So today we're going to go over how does real estate investing work for maybe some of you that don't have a ton of experience in that or don't know a ton about real estate. How does Fundwise fit in to real estate investing? Where do I find these companies? And then again, a little bit about our team lead program. One more time, keep your chat boxes open. We're going to start right away right now with some questions, okay? So how does real estate investing work? For those of you who maybe have bought a house recently or ever bought a house, especially right now in this market, what are typical mortgage rates right now? Go ahead and just type in the chat box, what are current typical mortgage rates? Okay. Jennifer, that's probably a good estimate, between 4.5 and 5.5 for typical mortgage rates. I've seen a couple advertisements for 3.6, but I'm guessing right now, so mortgage rates are really low right now. So they're usually ranging between, I'd probably say 3 to 6%, which is fantastic. And how long do these last? Let's go ahead and ask Jennifer again. How long do mortgages usually last, Jennifer? 30 years. That's probably a good average. 30-year mortgages. Now, are they revolving? So let's say after 30 years, you want to buy another house. Can you use the same mortgage? No, that is right. They are not revolving. So again, the terms are usually 30 years and 4.5 to 5.5 interest rate. So this is a rhetorical question, but how does Fundwise fit in? So to kind of figure out how Fundwise fits in, usually for house flippers, how long do you think that they hold on to a house for? Let's just say average. What do you think people, when I refer to house flipping, I mean somebody buys a house for a cheap price and either fixes it up or just sells it for a more expensive price. So how long do you think they usually keep these houses? 6 months? That's great. 3 to 6 months. I'd probably say 6 to 9 months would be a pretty accurate. We'll say 3 to 9 months is usually a pretty accurate estimate of how long they're going to hold on to the house. So why would our program make sense for them? Jennifer's got a good answer. Offer a line of credit where they can fix it up and flip it in 3 to 6 months. And that's pretty much exactly it. Now, something very appealing to house flippers as well is they can get a head start because we can help these clients get 0% lines of credit for 9 to 15 months. So they could potentially flip 3 to 4 houses in that period of time. The best part about this is almost always when there are house flippers, real estate investors, they're going out and getting a hard money loan every single time that they find a house. They find a good deal. Let's say it's a $70,000 house. They have to go out, get a hard inquiry on their credit, maybe multiple, and get this loan, get this hard money loan. And again, they have to continue to go back and back and back again because they find multiple houses to be able to do so. Whereas Fundwise, we offer 0% interest for 9 to 15 months in revolving lines of credit. Think of them like credit cards because that's what they are. And these credit cards can contain a limit between $5,000 and $30,000, and we can help them get 4 to 6 different lines of credit that will make up a lump sum amount. And they can continue to use these cards, these lines of credit over and over and over again as long as they're paying off their balance. So yes, their interest might be a little bit higher up front because they're not going to get a mortgage loan that's going to have a 3, 4, 5, 6% interest rate. But they're going to have, for one, their intro period is going to be 0% for 9 to 15 months. And then after that, it's going to be a variable interest rate. It's going to be between 6 and 14% usually. So again, that might be higher as far as mortgages go. But a lot of times if people know that they're going to be flipping houses, they're going to charge them a lot higher interest rate because they know that it's going to be, so they know it's going to be a lot more worth it to them. So a lot of times hard money loans will end up being 30, 40% interest rate. So this is a fantastic deal for these house flippers. As far as using the cards at closing to pay for the purchase, they can either use these cards, sometimes that's a possibility for them, or as well, we have a program where they can pull off 90% of the limit of those cards in cash. So there's a couple different options that we do have for them. Good question though. Where can I find these real estate companies? Oh, really quick, Chantel, what score? I'm not sure what you're referring to, but again, the minimum score we can look at is a 650 for all of our clients. So where can I find these real estate companies? Honestly, anywhere and everywhere. I had an affiliate come to me last week and had this company that was in need of a financing option, and they didn't even know it. They're a seminar company that they do a lot of deals, but they have probably 5 to 10 of their deals fall off every week just because they don't have a financing option. People that want to do it but don't have the funds to be able to do so. Facebook groups, LinkedIn, and honestly, the internet. I'd be willing to bet, I haven't done this, but I'd be willing to bet that if you went and searched real estate investing on Google or on Bing or on Yahoo, that you would find tons and tons and tons of different people and places that are in need of a financing option for their business as far as real estate investing goes. So use your resources. I'm sure all of us know how to use Google, type into a little search bar. I mean, it can't be too hard, right? Look at LinkedIn. I know that there's tons of real estate investors on LinkedIn, tons of businesses, Facebook groups. And if you really have more questions on where you could potentially find these people, let me know, and I'd be happy to try and help you out with this. What do I do when I find a company? Best thing to do is set up a phone call with the company, usually a couple of days out. I mean, for example, if it was today, I'd probably set them up a phone call on Friday and just pick a time that works for them, and I'll cut out time to conference call with you and the company. We can set up a conference call, and we will figure out what we need to do. A lot of times these real estate investors have a lot of more detailed questions. If you guys want to try and be able to just have a conversation with the company, by all means, go ahead and do so. But again, we don't want them to have, it's just a lot easier when we can tell them all the information that they need to know right there, because a lot of times there's a lot of detailed information that they want to know. How can I make commissions from real estate investors? Now, you can try and structure your own percentages with each company, but most of the time, the company's going to make that 20%, like you make as an affiliate, while you make a 5% override. I can't express this enough. If I were an affiliate, would be the biggest thing that I'm going to be doing, that I would be doing, is finding these big companies, these real estate companies, or really any large partners, because unlike just us as individuals without a business, we are not in constant contact. We're in constant contact with people, but I'm willing to bet probably about 90% of these people aren't looking for a financing option. We meet people every single day. We meet them in the grocery store, at the pool, wherever you want to meet these people. But if you have an in with a big company, a real estate investor, every single week, every day, they're in constant contact with 5, 10, 15, 50 different people that are looking for a financing option. And that's what we want to be for every single person, is that financing option. We want to be able to help every single person that we can to be able to buy these real estate packages or be able to buy and flip a house. So again, if it were me, I'd be constantly looking for these big partners. If you have individuals that are looking for funding, absolutely, 100% go for it. But again, these big companies are in constant contact and in need of a financing option. And again, like you guys know, the team lead program, this is going to give you access to that 5% override on all the deals your team sends, and not just for a big partner, but for just individual affiliates that are sending in deals. Again, our top team lead has about 70 to 75 people on his team, and it's an average of $250 per deal, but yet the only thing we charge to be able to create that website and unlock your downline is a one-time payment of $197. So one deal takes care of that payment, the team lead payment, and it continues to make itself over and over and over again once you are a team lead. Now, I know Bridger talked last week about the SEO, so I've created on here 2 different links that you can go to click to process your payment if you guys don't have the link to be able to do so. So team lead, go ahead and click right here. It'll take you to a place where you can process your payment. The $197 payment, again, it's just a one-time payment of $197, and it's an average of $250 per deal. And for the SEO, for those of you who didn't get to process your payment last week, again, I've never seen SEO this cheap because we are beta testing. One of our affiliates that does have an SEO site is already ranked number 3 on, if you go in and search in his specific area, already ranked number 3. So it's been fantastic. It works. I'm gonna answer a couple quick questions right now. So the question is, are you suggesting approaching real estate funding companies, hard money lenders, and offering them Fundwise option for their individual who borrow money from them? I don't know if I would necessarily go to a hard money lender because they're going to want to take most of their clients. I mean, obviously, if they can monetize them, they're going to be able to do so. But most most real estate investing companies will either just broker out to a hard money lender, or they'll just tell the person to go find their own money somewhere else. So a lot of times there's real estate investing companies that offer packages of real estate anywhere from $25,000 to $80,000, and they need a financing option for these people. With a limit of 5 to 30K, this is a program for more funding the improvements, not the actual purchase, correct? Not necessarily, Mike, because again, these are going to be multiple cars that they have with a limit of 5 to 30K. And like I said, they can pull off, we have a program where they can pull off 90% of that funding in cash. Someone asked a question about SEO. The SEO is a one-time payment of $297 and then $97 a month so that we can market for you. Just to kind of go over that again, SEO means that it's going to be attached to your physical address. It's different than our basic affiliate program because we do all the marketing for you. As soon as we get everything set up and attached to that address, we start to market for you and get everything going. So, and again, to go over the team lead, it's just a one-time payment of $197 that gives you access to 5% override on all the deals your team sends in. Right. So, Bob, a real estate investment trust company offering people $50,000 investment in their pool of properties. That's definitely a potential. A lot of times they'll give packages maybe for like $40,000 that offer a couple different properties in there, or maybe just to be able to be in that real estate option. So there's a couple different options. As far as fees go, David, originations, closing, like you guys know, the origination fee is $497 to the client, and that's after they know that they are pre-approved. A lot of people get confused with this, but we do not charge them that $497 until the client knows and we've guaranteed them a certain pre-approval amount. And then on the back end, we charge 9% up to $55,000, and then we start to cap our fees at either $5,000, $6,000, or $7,000. It's a good question. I'm just going to run through this again for those of you who've been a little bit later, just really quick. Real estate investing works. Typical mortgage rates are usually between 4 to 6%, and they last for about 30 years, but they're not revolving. So a lot of times if someone just wants to buy a house for themselves, our program doesn't make a ton of sense for them. But if people are looking to flip the house, rent the house, a lot of times, almost always, it does make a lot of sense for them because we offer 0% interest for 9 to 15 months and it's revolving. So a lot of these real estate investors are going back multiple times over and over again to buy different properties so that they can flip them and make a profit on them. Where can I find these real estate companies? Anywhere and everywhere, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, the internet. Use your resources and your talents. I know you guys can do it. I've seen multiple of you already have lots of deals come through. What do you do when you find a company? Set up a phone call with the company and myself. That way we can conference call with them. This will help you understand a little bit more about our process as well as them. I can offer them a lot more detail and be able to answer any specific questions that these companies do have. How do you make commissions from real estate investors? You can try and structure your own percentages with each company, but most of the time the company will make the 20% while you make a 5% override. And again, look for these big companies that are in constant contact of a financing option. Real estate investors, business brokers, people that are always in contact with individuals that are in need of funding. Again, the Team Lead program gives you a 5% override on all the deals your team sends in. It's an average of $250 per deal. The Team Lead is only a one-time payment of $197. And again, I've created a little link here for you guys to be able to process that payment to become a Team Lead. And then as well down here, if you guys heard about the SEO last week, it's just a one-time payment of $297. And then once you get everything set up, it's $97 a month so that you get your SEO site set up. As far as right now, Linda, if you become a team lead and then someone on your team becomes a team lead, we don't want to become a multi-level marketing company. I do believe there is a couple downlines that you can go before you do become an MLM. But right now, we just have it set up one layer. So you guys can make as big of a horizontal line as you want, but there's no vertical as far as making an override off of the override off of the override. These are good questions though. So now I'm going to leave it up to you guys for questions. Again, I don't have a ton of time. Now just know that if I don't get to your question here, I'll put my email in the chat box so that you can just shoot me an email. Just tanner@fundwisecapital.com. But if you have any questions for me right now, really quick, I'd be happy to answer them for you. We can go through a couple of them right now. We don't have a specific amount allotted for an area of team leads because again, there's so many different ways that you can market this. I mean, you could have your two next door neighbors be team leads, but they could be marketing to people across the US. So we don't have a certain allotted amount. Once things ramp up a lot, we may start to do that. But again, that's why I would be able to process your payment now and become a team lead. Jim, if you just want to email me and let me know that same question, that way I can just give my marketing team a reminder to send you reports. Again, for those of you who are receiving reports, sometimes they break for some reason or another. We're working on getting it fixed. So if you see that it's not updating in a few days, just let me know. We've already caught a couple of them. But let me know if you guys are not receiving reports and I will have them sent out to you. As far as what type of credit base is required to buy and flip to qualify banks, there's not, every bank is different. So every bank is going to require something else. So I can't give you an exact amount of what banks are looking for, just what we're looking for. We're working on a dashboard right now. The great thing about the reports we're sending out now is they're auto updating. It basically works the same thing as a dashboard. And you can see the status of each and every one of your clients. We can still send you a report, but there's just not going to be anything in the report. But again, once you start sending in deals, it will auto update for you. I only got about another minute, so if there's any last questions, please let me know. This will be posted on our Facebook private forum as well as your affiliate portal in the next few days. So Again, for those of you who maybe aren't signed up as an affiliate, once you are signed up, you'll be able to see that we do give you access to a private Facebook forum, Fundwise Partners Forum. It's a private group, so if you just want to request access to that, if you are an affiliate, it's a place for you guys to be able to do so. And again, just one last thing, so you can become a team lead and do this real estate investing, go ahead and click on this link right here to process your payment to become a team lead. If you have more questions for me, or if you want to talk a little bit more about the team lead program and then sign up, let me know. Again, it's pretty straightforward. You can click on this link and it will tell you a little bit more about it. You guys are awesome. I'll list the info right here, Fundwise Partners Forum. All you have to do is search that, and it will give you, you'll see it pop up, and then you just have to request access, and we'll give you access within just a little bit, and you can go and take a look at some of the things on there. Again, you guys are awesome. We've seen a huge spike in affiliate deals, especially in these last couple months. So keep up the good work. Find these real estate investors if you guys are looking to get into this. Again, here's the team lead payment. If you haven't done the SEO payment, here's that as well. If you have more questions for me, go ahead and email me, Tanner@fundwisecapital.com. But just keep up the good work with whatever you guys are doing.